नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविडं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadasi, the 12th chapter, and there Vidyaranya discusses what is the nature of this Brahma Ananda in contrast to the Vishayananda. So here the student is asking a question. You say the love for oneself is the supreme, and love for even the wife and the son is secondary compared to love for oneself. Even though love for your own son is superior to love for other person's son. So in the hierarchy of the love for oneself stands out as the supreme. So the student questions, how can that be? Even the Shastra says that Atma is Putraha. So the son is nothing but your own Atma. So therefore, the love for, if there is a love for Atma, love for the son should be of the same type, of the same order. So he gives a elaborate the scriptural quotations in order to justify that statement, and that statement does occur in the Upanishad. And here the teacher says that statement is true, but has to be understood as Gauna Prayogam. So here is giving a three orders of the love. One is the three orders of the equations, identities. One is the Devadattaha Simhaha. Like Devadatta is a lion. When you say that Devadatta is not really lion, but you are equating some property of Devadatta with respect to lion, and only is called Gauna Prayogam. It is only a secondary meaning has to be taken, not the primary meaning. In the same way, this is son is Atma, so you have to take that he is a representative of yourself in certain karmic, the dharma actions as prescribed by the Vedas. So for doing that, he is the representative for you. So one has to be careful in what way one has to interpret. One cannot take the literally meaning or vachyartham, the direct meaning. One has to take secondary meaning depending upon the application or the usage also. So in the case of Atma, son is Atma, you have to take a Gauna Pradhanam. He is representative of yourself for things where you cannot do it, he can do it. That's one kind of a secondary meaning. The second order of secondary meaning is when I say I am this body, and there it is it's a mithya. Mithya means that identification with what I am not as I am for transactional purposes. So in order to transact in the world, I had to use this is my body, this is my mind, this is my intellect, and so on and so forth. There, in order for transact, you need identification. But although it is identification, it is not the Atma. The self is separate from that, and that's what has to be understood. And ultimately, the highest one, and say Atma that is pointed out by the scriptures, is still higher, and that's your own self. That is the true self, and that's what has to be understood. So there is a primary meaning, there is a secondary meaning, and in the secondary meaning, the degree of orders of the secondary meaning, we call it tertiary, and so on and so forth, depending upon the application. He's still going in through when you say in the 45th sloka, Ajjeta Vahniratyatra, Ajjeta Vahnirityatra, Sannapyagnihi na grushyate, Sannapyagnihi na grushyate, Ayogyatve na yogyatva, ayogyattvena yogyatvam vaturevatra gruhyate. So when it says that Adhyeta means the one who is studying the Vedas, the Adhyayanam, a Vedic student. Vaknihi is a fire. If we say, so usage is, oh, this boy is like a fire. That means he is ready to absorb everything. And just as the fire without discrimination burns everything, same way, Adhyeta Vaknihi iti. So, Atra san api. So, these are common usages that are done, and it doesn't really mean that the Vedic student is fire, because it says the Agnihi na grushyate. You don't really take that literally meaning, because ayogyatvena, because it's not proper to say that a student, the Vatuhu, the Brahmachari, is equal to fire. So here, ayogyattvena, Vatuhu Brahmachari eva atra grushyate. You have to assume that it is a Vatu, it's only Brahmachari that we are referring to. But when you say fire, means some property of the Brahmachari. Since we are talking about the studies, so he ready to absorb everything, like fire is ready to burn everything. That is the same meaning has to be used. So that is the Gauna Prayoga. And he will give you another example. Kushoham pushtimapyami. Kushoham pushtimapyami. Ataudyo dehatmatocita. No. Kushoham pushtimapya. Mithyado dehatmatocita. Mithyado dehatmatocita. Naputram viniyungtam tre. Naputram viniyungtetra. Naputram viniyungtetra. Pushtihet tvanna bhakshane. Pushtihet tvanna bhakshane. Together. Krushoham pushtimapsya. Mithyado dehatmatocita. Naputram viniyungtetra. Pushtihet tvanna bhakshane. So aham kushaha. So I am kusha, I am thin here. So very thin. So I am very thin, or pushtim, I am very fat or healthy. Apsyami, that I should become healthy. Ichyado, so I am thin, I am fat, I am black. All these associations with the body is identified as I am that. So Atma is identification with the body. It's called essentially the secondary level of, for transaction only, that has to be used. So that's what it is. Dehatma adhochita. So here talking about identification with the particular body. There we cannot use the naputram viniyuktetra. So if he has to become more fat or he's hungry, and you cannot use that atma, say my son is also atma, so he can eat and I become fat. That doesn't apply. So naputram viniyungte atra. So one cannot use the word that putra, it says atma there. So pushtihi tvanna bhakshane. So to become healthy, you cannot ask your son to eat, because you need health and you need to eat, and you cannot ask your son instead, because you have to see the atma is putra has to be applied only in certain situations only. Tapasa swargameshyami ichyado katratmatocita. Tapasa swargameshyami ichyado kartyatmatocita. Anapeksha vapurubhogam bhavid krutsadikam tataha. Together. Tapasa swargameshyami ichyado kartratmatocita. Anapeksha vapurubhogam bhavid krutsadikam tataha. Oh, don't bhavid. It's a charet krutsadikam tataha. the practice. So tapasa, by the austerities, Swarga prapyami, I shall attain Swarga. So when he say that I want to do a particular Vedic ritual because I want to I want to go to heavens. So ityado, in such case, kartratmata, so the doer of the appropriate the karma, vapuhu self uchita is appropriate. So in the sense, I want to go to heaven, and when we perform the kartra, we are talking about a particular atma where body, mind and intellect is atma. So that's what to be understood, and not the putra or anything else. Ichado kartratmato jita. So who is going to heaven? It's not the body. Its body has to be left behind. We are talking about the subtle body that is to go. So identification with the subtle body there is Atma. So when it goes to food and all that, Anna Kosha is equated. But when you go to I want to go to heaven, we are talking about the subtle or Sushma Sariram, and that's has to be identified. Anapeksha Vaprubhogam Charet Krutsadikam Tataha. So what is appropriate? Tadaha, thereafter, vapuhu bhogad, enjoyment of the body, anapeksha is discarding, krutsadikam charit. So I want to do this yajna or this karma. For that you have to follow certain strict discipline where you cannot eat and you cannot sleep in anywhere. So there are ritualistic injunctions are there. At that time, who is involved? Even the body is sacrificed for, even the mind and the body are sacrificed in order to perform. So identification that I want to go, who is that I? It's no more body, and therefore discarding the association with the body, I am identifying Atma with something else. And therefore, what is that self has to be known depending upon the operation. So when I love myself, when I say that, we are talking about the Supreme Atma, where the Satchit Ananda Swarupam is being discussed. Now 48. Mokshe hamityatra yuktam chidatmatvam tada puman yuktam chidatmatvam tada puman tadveti guru shastrabhyam nadukinchit chikirshati together. Mokshe hamityatra yuktam chidatmatvam tada apuman tadveti guru shastrabhyam nadukinchit chikirshati. So now when he's talking about I want to be liberated. So this is the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. When I want to say I want to be liberated, now we are not talking about identification with the body, identification with the subtle body, identification with the karna sharira. Now we are identifying with the pure self, and I want to identify myself that as I am. So here moksham aham iti atra yuktam. So puman aham moksha, I shall attain moksha iti tada. At that time, Guru Shastrabhyam, the teaching of the Guru and Shastra, so that pure self veti has to be known by that. When you say Atma has to be known, that self is now different from the body or the mind or the intellect or even the karana sarira. Na anta pragyam, na bhai pragyam, no bhayata pragyam, na pragyana ghanam, na pragyam, na pragyam, and that which is adrushtam, avyavaharyam, agrahyam, agotram, and so on and so forth. That Atma has to be, that is the pure self, and that has to be under. So we have a primary meaning. When you talk about the pure self, we have a secondary meaning. When I say Atma, identified with the going to Swargas and all that, we have the lower meaning. When I say I want to eat, I want to sleep, and so on, at the different levels of operation of identity. 49. Viprakshatradayo yadvat विप्रक्षत्रादयो यद्वत् बृहस्पतिसवादिषु व्यवस्थितास्तदा गौणा मिथ्यामुख्यायथोचितम् కదా విప్రక్షత్రాదయో యద్వత్ బృహస్పతి సవాదిషు వ్యవస్థితాస్తదా గౌణ మిథ్యాముఖ్యాయథోచితం. So here he give another example. Those who are familiar with the yajnas and so on, their Brihaspati yajna is there in according to the Purva Mimamsa or the Purva Kanda, where there is a particular Brihaspati Sava, where there is a Brahmins and the Kshatriyas and the Vaisyas and the Sudras. There are different categories of different activities to be performed on that Brihaspati Sava. So therefore, Viprakshatradayoho. So essentially, Vipraha and Kshatraha and Adayoho. So Brahmins versus the Kshatriyas versus the Vaisyas versus Sudras. Each one has a particular reference to when it comes to Brihaspati Sava, Brihaspati Yajnam. And therefore, it's obviously for each one has to be proper reference has to be. In the same way, Atma, when you use, in what sense it is being used, has to be applied. That is the example here. Vyavasthitāstadav gauna mithya mukhyaya dhojitam. So the Viprakshadayoho, Brahman, Kshatriya, etc. Vyavasthita, those are qualified. Tada gauna mithya mukhyaha. So in the figuratively, one has to translate what is that, who is a karta there in terms of the relevance of what they can do or what they should do. So that's why one has to identify. Same way, identification of Atma with different levels of meaning has to be used properly depending on the context. This is being summarized again in the next sloka. Tatra tatrochito pritihi atmanyevati shayini anatmanittu tatcheshe pritiranyatra sobhayam. So together, tatra tatrochito pritihi atmanyevati shayini anatmanitu tatcheshe pritiranyatra sobhayam. Tatra. So in the respective dealings, Uchite appropriate Atmani eva pritihi, love for oneself. When it says according to the usage and according to the context, one has to do. I love this food, is talking about the body level. I love this music, we are talking about a different level. So appropriately one has to use it depending on the context. That's essentially the meaning, same summarizing in a different slokas here. Tatra in the respective dealings, Uchite appropriately, Atmani eva pritihi, love for expression for the self. So Adishayini, one has to use it. Tatseshe, that which is the secondary Atmani tu, indeed, Priti, love, Anyatra Ubhayana, otherwise extreme or ordinarily Udasinam, otherwise I am indifferent to that, also can be applied also. When is I am indifferent, so neither I love this nor I don't love this. So what is called upechyam. So he's going to talk about a little bit more about upechyam, where I have no love nor hatred. So upechyam is different from the hatred. That's what he's trying to do in the next sloka 51. Upechyam dveshamichyanyad anya mityanyad. Upechyam dveshamichyanyad vedha marga trunadikam upechyam vyagra sarpadi dveshyamevam chaturvidham upechyam together upechyam dveshamichyanyad Dvedha marga trunadikam upechyam vyagra sarpadi dveshameva chaturvidham. So anyatra, in other things where there is no love for this, love for that, upechyam, indifference is there, and indifference is different from dislike. So dvesham, dislike, iti Veda, there are two ways. Either I am indifferent to it or I don't like it at all. I hate it. So dislike is one thing and indifference is other. So he's trying to classify that kind of love for the objects also. And marga trunadikam. So one is I am indifferent to the grass on this side. So I am taking a walk and there is a grass and I don't care for it. Whether I have love for it or I don't have love for it or hatred for it, I just ignore it. So that's essentially upechyam. Whereas Vyagra Sarpadi, if there is a tiger coming or sarpam or a snake, so I am afraid of it, I don't like it. So there it is not like a grass, it is a different type of expression for I, Atma, in terms of it's not a love, it is dislike for them because of the safety. So dvesham, it's a dislike is expressed here as a fear, evam chaturvidham, that there are four types. So extreme love and love, indifference and dislike. Extreme love is for myself, love is only for ordinary secondary things, and indifference, upeksha, is the third type, and dislike is the fourth type. That's there are four types of expressions just for classification to differentiate it. There may be a varieties here, but it is just specified here. 52. Atma sesha upechyam cha, Atma sesha upechyam cha, dvesham cheti chaturshvapi, jetam cheti chaturshvapi, na vyakti niyamaha kintu, na vyakti niyamaha kintu, tattat karya tatha tatha, tattat karya tatha tatha. Together. Atma sesha upechyam cha, dvesham cheti chaturshvapi, na vyakti niyamaha kintu, tattat karya tatha tatha. So Atma, the self, Sreshtaha, the Atma Seshaha. So it is a helpful upech. So highest one is we are classifying upechyam, the indifference, and cha dvesham, dislike, cha iti chaturhu. So one we are talking about pure Atma where I love myself, that is highest one. Then the other one is the secondary, that is Seshaha, helpful, they are helpful for me. And third one is upechyam, I am indifferent. And fourth one is dvesham. So these are the four categories. Iti, cha iti, chaturshuhu. In this four, api, vyakti niyamaha, the form determination is not there. I cannot exactly pinpoint this is up to this is up to this. So he says you cannot clear, there is no clear cut distinctions in that. Kintu, however, tat karyam, depending on the purpose and the relationship, tadha tadha, one can determine what is that love we are referring to. So here essentially one can use the classification or depending upon the things. 53. Syat vyagra sammukho dveshyaha, syat vyagra sammukho dveshyaha, Upechyastu paramukha, upechyastu paramukha, lalanadanukulasched, vinodayeti seshatam, together, syat vyagra sammukho dveshyaha, upechyastu paramukham, lalanadanukulasched, vinodayeti seshatam. So give another example here. Syat vyagraha sammukha dveshyaha. So when the tiger is coming right in front of you, and now you say you cannot be indifferent, you cannot have love, so you dislike it because of you want to run away from it, and therefore that it is expressed as the dveshyaha, and he indeed Upekshastu paramukam. Suppose if the tiger goes away without ignoring you, you also notice it and then forget it. So that's called upeksha. Same tiger, when you are facing right across and it's coming right towards you, you are afraid, is a dislike. Whereas the same tiger, it doesn't notice you and goes away, you become indifferent. And therefore, it's called the upeksha. So, lalanad anukulaschit. And but the same tiger has become a pet for you to when it's small and you are taking care of it, then there is a love for that same tiger in a different way. So, using the tiger example, you have different degrees of love versus the indifference to fear. All are expressed in terms of these three. So anukulaha is useful, vinodaya for fun. So iti seshatam lalanat. So in this way, one has to say, for if it is a pet, it is a love. If it doesn't bother you, you become indifferent. But if it starts bothering you, you become you start hating it. So degrees of the expression of love versus hate, it depends upon the circumstance, and same thing can give you different types of emotions also. That's the example there. Vyaktinam niyayo ma vyaktinam niyayo ma bhol lakshanatu vyavastitaha bhol lakshanastu vyavastitaha anukulyam pratikulyam dvayabhavascha lakshanam anukulyam pratikulyam dvayabhavascha lakshanam. Together, vyaktinam niyayo ma bhol lakshanatu vyavastitihi anukulyam pratikulyam dvayabhavascha lakshanam. So vyaktinam, so for manifestation of things, niyamaha as a rule, ma bhut, you cannot make a rule out of this. So the tiger comes, there is always hatred, you cannot say. Just now he gave example, so he's summarizing that you cannot make a rule of what category it is just on the basis. So for the manifestation of things, you cannot say. You may love same thing, you may not love something, you may hate same thing, and you may be indifferent something. Same thing can have causing different emotions also. So ma bhut may not be established as a ground rules. So too, however, lakshana by certain criteria, anukulyam you can say it is favorable, pratikulyam it is unfavorable, cha dvaya bhavaha, these two can be classified, lakshanam yavastitaha. So criteria can be established based on your likes and dislikes for the same thing. So you cannot make rules out of this. Say same object can cause the same thing, but depending upon your value system towards the object, you can make some lakshanam. 55. Atma preyan priyas sesho. Atma preyan priyas sesho. Atma preyan priyas sesho. Desho pechet tadanyayoho. Desho pechet tadanyayoho. Iti vyavastito loko. Iti vyavastito loko. Yajnavalkya matam chatat. Yajnavalkya matam chatat. Together, Atma preyan priyaha sesho dvesho piksho tadanyayoho iti vyavastito loko yajnavalkya matam chatat. So he's coming back to the original statement of Yajnavalkya, that this is a Yajnavalkya to Maitri, that there is a difference of love, and this is established in terms of Atma Preyaha, self is the most dearest, and the rest of it all essentially comes under either secondary love or dveshaha or apekshaha. So upekshaha, so either indifferent or I don't like it, or it's I like it but not as much as I love myself. So the degrees of the expressions are varies, and iti vyavastitaha lokaha, this is how the operations in the world is. And who says that? Yajnavalkya matam chadat. This is what the Yajnavalkya established in the the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where he was teaching his wife Maitreyi. So all these things have been essentially coming from the scriptural, and he started with this in the beginning of this chapter, and he is summarizing that it is a teaching of the Yajnavalkya. We'll stop with this and continue and remaining afterwards with this. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.